Boot up.
Hey, just stop that. Just want to let you guys know that this is a completely unedited thing that me and my friends did.
Alright.
So this is a lot of raw footage
yeah,
and us just chilling and talking, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'll probably do more like this in the future. Peace.
We play Dungeons and Dragons.
How did I start it last time? That's a very good question. It's been a while. I have no idea, to be honest with you. We could just kind of like say fuck it and just go with the flow. Hey.
Don't hit us with the fucking dry Tinder intro. Hey.
Hey.
Listen, dog.
You gotta redo that, Chief, or you gotta keep it?
It is what it is. Alright, so... So hey, this is just Dop Deck here. Got some friends here today, and we are going to be discussing some general topics, how we're feeling, some thoughts about the game, and just general stuff about Honkai. Because it's been a while, and as discussed earlier, we did try to do this a bit earlier on, but that was like months ago, and I was sick and dying. Funny enough, I actually am sick and dying right now. I wound up getting COVID and a pretty bad fever, so, well, if you're wondering why I haven't uploaded since like a week or two, well, there's that answer, I guess. But for now, yeah, we're gonna try this whole thing, have some fun, just sit down and have a nice little calm discussion with no curse words or, you know, unnecessary slurs. So, starting off,
quote unquote.
Listen, hey, it's gonna be fantastic. All right, starting off, we have character introductions. I don't know how I was going to segue into that at all. No idea. I had a bit, but the bit died immediately as soon as I thought about it.
Oh no. Could
So,
probably just do it just when you start. You just
no,
like, hey,
it's too late. It's too late.
it's too late. It's already in motion.
It's not too late. What is it? Is it live stream? No, it's a recording.
You could just retake it.
Man,
But just do a retake.
he does not know who I am. There will be no retakes. He does not know who I am.
Oh dear.
But yeah, I have good friends with me. Got my good friend Iggy, good friend Yurito with me today.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah. So, how do we want to kick this off? You said like how the game's feeling from the start and all that.
Do you guys want to like do a small introduction about yourselves? How you guys got into the game, feeling about stuff, and just a general, hey, this is me.
I mean, yeah, sure, I can start. Well, yeah, so I have been playing Genshin before I played Starrail. So going into Starrail, I noticed a lot of things that Genshin doesn't have, and it's pretty upsetting, but that's besides the point now. Pretty much been playing Starrail since launch. Yeah, I'm like Trailblazer rank 69 or something.
Nice.
Yeah. What else is there? Huh. Oh yeah, I guess that's me. Really, I can't really think of anything else.
Mihoyo, the CEO. Can't forget about that one.
I'm not mentioning that part.
Alright. Yeah, alright.
Let's not mention how much we spent on this fucking game, please. Oh shit! Oops. Oh fuck.
No, sorry.
My bad. My bad.
I said we.
Okay, we was referencing me and Iggy. Okay.
I mean, he's put some money in there too. Let's not pretend.
Listen.
Let's not pretend.
I put money in just to get shit back out.
We said no swears.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I guess.
At this point, like, we should just be allowed to swear.
Yeah, this one just throw it out the
more
window.
emphasis, you know.
Okay, maybe not the more emphasis. I don't need like Kiri jumping in, you know, and then just being Kiri.
Back this. Yeah,
It's-
nope.
Okay. Don't need to put that in the video.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be edited out, so who cares?
Oh dear.
Again,
What's the worst?
I don't mind doing the editing.
Hey,
Whose fault is this? Honestly.
it honestly be that way sometimes.
Alright.
But yeah. So, we have Mr. 69 Trailblazer. Then we have the guy who... The guy. The guy. He is that guy. Very much that guy.
Would you care to introduce yourself, Mr.
Hold
the
on.
guy?
Before I say that, what does that guy mean?
We are not doing this game right now. We're not doing this game. We're not.
Just introduce yourself.
What does it mean to be that guy?
We're not doing this.
If you know, you know. Just
If
move
you know,
along.
you know.
Oh god.
Just
Well-
move along.
I'm Yui. Also been playing since launch. Played Genshin. Hated it. Even though I spent money on it. What am I? Like world rank 0? World level 0? What? I hated it. Played Starrail.
Okay.
Brought it back to the old Japanese RPGs. Loved the shit out of it. Been playing ever since. I was told to say this in the segue, but I have an E6 S5 Max Trace Blade.
I don't think anyone. All right. Nobody asked. To be completely honest.
I don't know when that segue came up, but alright.
Nobody asked for that one, son. But yeah,
Use my blade, please. I need credits.
listen.
Plug your
Do you
stuff
blame me?
in
Are you not starving for credits? Are you not starving for credits?
Not anymore. I'm like responsible.
the
now.
battle pass has come through. I don't know.
but the
The
battle
pass has
pass.
come through. Yes. The event has come through. Yes. I still need more credits.
And there's
You do not
another
understand.
event coming up.
You
That's
do not
about to
understand.
come.
I need a constant supply of credits.
I mean, yeah, I
What?
do
You
too.
don't even like level anything up.
What do you mean I don't level anything up?
Well, what was the last thing you realistically leveled up, big bro?
I was gearing my Sealay.
You Sealay gearer people, son. You and Ashton, you guys are like, oh my god, yo, my Sealay does so much damage.
And then eventually, don't forget, the plan is to E6 links and get as many
Links.
Fusons as I can on the next
Brother.
banner.
Why are you
Why
on
links? I just realized.
Oh my god. I thought we were going to talk about the game up to this point, not about why Yui wants to max E6 links.
Alright.
I was just curious.
I mean,
Okay,
listen.
you want the answer? You want the answer? It's because I do not have Luocha, right? This is
Okay.
me coping for not having Luocha. And you know what?
Okay.
Lynx increases max HP. She
is
increases taunt rate, and she has an AOE cleanse. Okay,
That's true. You know
Okay.
what?
I need all of that. Okay, and she's better E6, right? If
know
I'm gonna
what?
drop money on the Fujuan ban for E6 links, I might as well just do it. Because in theory, it should be easier. Okay.
Well, see, that's a perfect segue. No, it isn't, because you are
In
more likely.
theory,
You are more likely to end up with E2 Fushen than you would get E6 links.
yeah, probably, or it could be like my friend
How?
who.
Because
know,
rolling
has
for 4
pulled-
stars is not real.
Oh no, it's really not. My friend already has an E6 March 7th. On
Yeah,
this
I mean,
non-hang banner, he's rolled about 5 or 6 more March 7ths.
Yeah,
So, you know,
but how many Dan Hungs did he get?
2, I think? 1 or
yeah,
2, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
But-
really, it's like you're more likely to end up with E2 than you are with E6.
But that's okay. If the gods have blessed me with an E6 blade, because I'm on most of my 50-50s on that banner, I should be okay.
Must be nice.
Yeah,
to, like,
that's
pass
not a
it.
50-50 though for the like 4 stars. It's not a 50-50.
What I'm saying is my luck is pretty lucky, so I'm going to be pushing my luck on the Fujuan banner.
All right. I mean, sure.
I guess, big bro. Just do what makes you happy at that point.
What makes me happy is not playing this fucking game.
It's a good video game.
It is a good game. It's unfortunate that it's a gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if we're gonna be real, if it wasn't a gotcha, what else would it be?
I don't know, like
Your basic,
a proper RPG that's like 120ish hours with a full
your basic
story.
JRPG with
a
full-on characters.
A full story. You guys are asking for too much.
We're asking for too much.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, they've been racking up money, and I do not see the story paying off yet. You've seen what they're doing in the Lofu and Xianzhou. They're not doing anything.
Yo, Jing Liu is right there. To be completely honest with you, they're cooking, and I'm excited for it. That's all I needed to see.
Oh my god, you and your Jing Liu.
She's just gonna come up, be like, "Yeah, we're gonna kill the abundance, by the way," and then be like, "Yeah, to be continued."
Jing Liu, more like Discount Dojo.
What is wrong with you?
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, look at me right now and tell me who hurt you, because there's no need for this violence right now, son. The Jing Liu hate coming out of nowhere for no
I'm not
reason.
hating. I'm not hating. Okay, I'm not hating on it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying. Supposedly, she might work well with Blade.
She might. She will.
No, she definitely will. She definitely will.
Yeah.
If she strips her own teammates' HP, then that's all Blade wants.
And it bypasses shields, goes straight to HP. Honestly, her and Sam, great characters coming up.
So the team comp now is Blade, Sam, Jing Liu, and Jeopard, right?
We're talking about two characters that aren't even out yet, by the way.
We are.
I don't know why we're theory crafting characters that aren't even out yet.
Listen.
The kit could drastically change by the time they're done.
It could, but is it going to? Maybe.
It has before, and Genshin it absolutely has.
It has, like, a couple days ago. Like, one of her E4s, I think, got changed. Something about her got changed.
Yeah. They reduced a little bit of her damage, but they increased something else for her. She's perfectly fine. Nothing has changed.
They increased the maximum attack that she gets at level 10.
It's just the fact that people are like still doom posting, saying like, "Oh my god, Jing Liu is gonna be trash," and X, Y, and Z, and it's like, listen, honestly, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I mean,
honestly,
I'm here for Topaz and Numbi. I'm not here for Jing Liu.
Stop.
Hold on.
Just stop.
Are you talking about the same videos that you made trash talking Japart?
That is completely different.
Is it?
No one will ever know if it's satire or not. No one will know.
I really doubt that one. You know the funniest part? He's been actively using it, and he has not touched March since.
Oh my god, I hate him so much.
Listen, currently where I'm
it's
at,
almost like Japart is a little bit more consistent than March.
It's not about consistency. It's that where I'm at in life right now, I don't need March right now, right? Trying to clear Memory Chaos 9 and 10. Alright.
Yeah, let me guess. You know what? Never mind. I'm not.
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
No,
it's fine. I get it.
No, because no matter what I say, I'm just wrong. So
as long as you understand, I guess. I'm glad we got that out the way. But yeah, completely got sidetracked from like everything we were trying to talk about. But anyways, so yeah, Iggy here has been playing a lot of Hoyo games. He has also been a day one player as well as Yurito. He is currently the furthest out of all of us. He's at 69 because, well, I mean, sure, right? He made it all the way to 69, and I'm like 67 and 3/4. And what about you, Yurito? Where are you at in terms of Trailblazer level?
I just hit 65.
Just hit 65. All right.
But keep in mind, I did take a month off of the game.
That month off is insane. Cause like what?
Yeah.
Now that we're here at like the 60s and 70s, leveling up is kind of it's getting kind of crazy. It's kind of hard. Like, holy crap! No one said that from 65 onward. It's gonna be about 2 weeks, maybe 3 or more, just so you can like rank up.
I mean, you don't get anything out of it anyway now.
I mean, nah, you get literally nothing. You are correct. You get nothing, but at the same time,
You get a single pull at level 70. That's your reward for going through all that. At this point, I'd rather stay at 69 just because it's funny.
That it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. You get literally nothing, son. But the time that it takes, oh my god. Do you know how many energy refreshes that we have gone through? And we're still only here, man. It's such a drag.
Well, the issue is a not enough sword content is being released per patch, right? And then you can only get so much Trailblaze XP per what's it called? The power that you spend. What is it, like every 30 is 50 XP, right? Or like some math like that?
It depends on what you're doing. Because if you go to like Cavern of Corrosion, you'll get like 200 per run.
Yeah, but that's because you're spending 40 Trailblaze power instead of 30. I'm pretty sure for every 30 you spend, it's 150 XP that you get.
For every 10, it's 50 is what you mean.
Whatever.
Yeah. Now that is the case. But like... It's just a lot of XP. I mean, it's not a big deal because again, you're not really getting anything. It's kind of a nice thing to like remember. It's like, oh, I did rank up. It's like you're not looking forward to it anymore. It's just like it just happens.
You actually aren't, but like now that we're like just a couple levels away from being the end, now I'm starting to like actually sit down and think about it because it's like, oh hey, we're like right there at the end now. Can actually start doing stuff. Well, the only thing
you pretty much get to do stuff from 60 onwards anyway.
Yeah.
The problem is getting to 60.
Yeah, no one talks about the part about that. Getting to 60 is an annoyance, and even when we like get to like 65 and we get to 70, the only difference is like what it becomes easier in terms of like relic farming, right? Because now the percentages are actually a 50-50, right? It's something like that.
Well, not really. The chance of getting 3 relics is still kind of slim.
Still kind of slim. We love to hear that.
But
all right.
You do exclusively get purples instead now, so you pretty much are getting like the most relic XP you could possibly get.
Yeah, that's like the only thing to really look forward to. Nothing changes. I guess though, the simulated universe, we get the maximum amount of rewards now from that.
I think the rewards go up by a little bit at 70, but it's not by that much. It's like 15 extra or something.
As expected.
Yeah.
But hey, I
could be wrong,
take
so
it.
don't quote me on this.
You wanna know what does suck? Simulated universe is gonna get harder. Not simulated universe. What is it called? Remember Chaos. It's not gonna get harder.
Well, yeah. The ceiling is going up. Like Dan Hung fucking shatter that ceiling.
Listen, Dan Hun came out and said, "Yeah, I do a little bit of DPS."
Yeah, he just ruined any chance of that ceiling ever go. Like they have to like keep upping the DPS checks in order to like keep up. But that kind of like goes into another problem. It's not really a power creep issue because honestly, most of the characters are pretty fine if you put in the work. Like they're all workable.
Except
the problem is it's kind of like every time a new character comes out, people are just gonna feel like they're obligated to get them because there's barely any characters at the moment.
Yeah, that actually is a thing because since we're still very new to the gacha. The game did just came out, so like the way how characters are set up and everything, people are definitely gonna feel like I must get every new character. When in reality, it's like you can be perfectly fine with only like one of your one hyper carry is gonna carry you for quite a bit, and like everybody else is just optional. Right, of course there are those like support characters that come out that you're gonna be like, oh damn, they're like really good. I definitely need them, you know. Like for example, Locha when he first came out, people were like, man, I don't know if I like should get Locha, but we were at the point where we only had Natasha and Bailu and Japard for like characters to help us out in Memory of Chaos. So for those that like have Locha and those decide to get him, they're basically set for a very long time, unless there's going to be another healer that acts similar to Locha or can provide what Locha can do. There's not going to be another like must-have healer for quite some time, even with like a Hoo and like some of the other characters that we know that are coming. It's like they're good, and what they bring to the table for their gimmick is nice. They may do like energy regeneration, they may do like health regen on top of healing, cleansing, and blah 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 blah, but it's like when you look at Locha, he just changed everything, man. Like he just came out and said, we're here to heal, and that's it. We're just here to heal, and that's what we do best.
Well, Luocha's biggest strength is being able to heal without using a skill point.
That in itself is crazy,
huge.
And the way how the field works and everything, it's such a massive boost, man.
Yeah, I have a feeling they might start making healers that just like refund skill points and stuff like that going forward, or something along those lines. Because, I mean, they're gonna have. I mean, it's not so much that like the healers don't have to be as good as Locha anyway. Because at the end of the day, like weaknesses are a thing, and you taking up space by putting Locha is still taking up a slot. You could have put someone in that actually like matches that weakness. It's not a huge thing, but it's gonna matter for people that like are struggling with Memory or Chaos.
Which actually kind of brings up like a theory, or not. I guess not a theory, but like a question is why, when they released Fire Trailblazer, the Preservation Trailblazer, why didn't they run Abundance instead? Because I think it would have been really cool to see an Abundance Trailblazer, especially considering the only two healers at the time are Natasha and Bailu.
Yeah, I mean, I see your point. At the same time, we also didn't have that many, like, because like you said, we don't have that many like tanks or like healers or support characters. So,
but we do. We had at the time we had Clara, we had March 7th, we had Japar.
Clara's more of like a DPS at this point now. She's not really a tank. You were building her as a DPS nowadays.
Not at the time, though. At the time, people were... At least I was building her as a tank.
Yeah. I'm just saying, though, because, like... No, because it's not like Fire Trailblazer is bad still. Like, they're really good.
No, Preservation Trailblazer is good. But considering that we only had two healers, you would think that to help out with Memory of Chaos, he or she would have been an Abundance character, right? Like, I feel like that would have been a lot more unique and a lot more interesting to see, as opposed to another Preservation unit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're gonna get all... The Trailblazer is gonna have all, like, variants anyways. Because I think the next one is, like, Harmony, if I recall.
The Harmony Break Effect Trailblazer, yeah, that one's coming out. But, like, it's a bit weird how we're at a point where I don't know how it is in Genshin per se, where like if you guys still use the Traveler for your anything, but so far from what it looks like in Honkai is the Trailblazer is going to get left behind really quickly. To the point where we aren't really going to be using it, right? That people may, for like let's say like a year from now, people are gonna find out that like, oh yeah, this one path is like the go-to to have. It is like the most like optimal path for the Trailblazer. Just simply use this and just slot it in as you see fit. Which that could in fact be what the Harmony Trailblazer is going to be, because we all know no one uses physical Trailblazer, and there's no real need to use Fire Trailblazer because how the other preservation units are, right? Like we have Japard, we have like Fushuan, and there's the imaginary preservation guy that's coming out. Adventuring him, and
Aventurine, yeah.
yeah, and he just like does massive shields and special mitigation shields, and that's for his skill, and that's an AoE. So it's like, well, there's no real point in running Fire Trailblazer, right? Like the time for Fire Trailblazer is gone, and when your chaos comes down to, hey, how many Harmony units and DPS characters can I fit on this one team? I feel like Harmony Trailblazer is always going to have that spot, and considering it works with Break Effect and it does its own special kind of like bar and everything, yeah, Harmony Trailblazer is probably going to be the most used of the Trailblazer forms. It may not be the like the best form, but it's the one that I can see everyone just saying, oh yeah, just simply use this one and call that a day.
Yeah, I see what you mean, but it is kind of the same with Genshin. To be fair, you pretty much just have most of the the Traveler isn't bad per se. I mean, some of his stuff is bad. Geo Traveler is pretty bad, but like Dendro Traveler is really good. For example, whenever you pretty much should just be using that one. Because none of the other ones don't really match the same support capabilities that one has. So it probably will be like that. It's not that like the other ones are unusable. It just takes way more work to get them to like be as good as any other character. Which is where the problem comes in.
And it's like, because we know what some of the upcoming characters like are, what they're going to be like. Of course, their kits aren't like finalized and everything, but it's like, what's the point? Yeah, like we're kind of are already at a point where it's like the Trailblazer is obsolete now, and all these new characters that are coming out are simply going to be better. Like if they come out with a Harmony Trailblazer, I don't know. The Harmony Trailblazer would not Harmony. What Harmony is the healing one, right? Harmony.
No, Abundance.
No, Abundance is the healing one.
Yeah, Abundance. Sorry, Abundance Trailblazer. It would have to be like something quite good in its own gimmick in order for us to really want to use an Abundance Trailblazer. And they would have to up that like scale every time, because Locha is currently the go-to of what a healer should be in this game, right? He has strong single target heals. He also has a cleanse. He has built-in CC removal. He also has like buff cleanses and everything. He has a real loaded kit, right? And all you really need to make him better is put him at Eidolon 1, and when the field is up, the entire party gets a 20% attack boost, right? And just like that, Locha is complete. And every other healer has to compete with that fact that, like, damn, we're so far behind compared to what Locha is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really healthy to just compare to, like, first off, he's a limited character. Not everyone's gonna have him. Not everyone's gonna want him. Secondly, it's like you need two teams. You can't have. There's no such thing as two Lochas. For being honest, you need two teams. As nice as he is, he's gonna cover one, but then he needs to cover the second one.
He will cover only one. But that one team, oh my god, nigh unkillable. Truly
yeah, the
unkillable.
one team's eating good, and then the second team is just, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So,
in the trenches fighting for their life, yes.
That's why I don't think it's like, because that's another thing. Because at the end game, you need to have at least 8 characters that are prepared. Granted, with this game, you probably need a little bit more so you can cover weaknesses, but like still,
That whole covering weaknesses part is like, man, sometimes you just be scraping for anything to try to cover your weakness.
yeah. I mean, thing is, that's another thing. There is another support that trivializes that problem. Silverwolf. We can't not talk about her. She's way too good.
Man.
She shreds defense. She implants weaknesses. She debuffs your enemies. She like pretty much does the whole work for basically nothing. And she came out with like a very good like free to play light code. It's actually like criminal how good that light code is.
It's so funny.
It's better than her signature, which is wild.
It's so funny to know that Silverwolf came in and said, yeah, I'm going to change every type to be whatever I simply feel like. And it's like, currently, she's still really good because, once again, the game is very new. We don't have a lot of characters, a lot of people, and all that jazz. So having the ability to, like, shred, forcefully change your element, it is RNG, however. It's still really strong. It's still really, really strong. And yeah, you can control it to the best of your abilities. Just slot in more of that element on your team. But it's like, hey, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, but like still, again, that is part of the problem. Like most of the top, like the best teams will ask you to have Silverwolf and Locha in the same team. So you're gonna have one team that's like gonna be prepared for any situation, assuming you are lucky enough to have both or have the money for it. But then the other one kind of has to like think about what you're doing, unless you spread them apart or something else. So I mean, there is still a bit of a mind game to it.
Can agree with that, honestly, because like Silverwolf do make the game easy. Because at this point, what you could run mono quantum and just be like, okay, everything's weak to quantum.
Yeah,
but it's like that's one team, and if we're talking late game memory chaos, what does the other team do? If your Luoch is tied up, if your Silverwolf is tied up, the other team's just gonna get like dumped on.
Yep.
Steamrolled for free. Literally,
like
for free.
Literally nothing you can do about it.
And you need to make sure that no one dies during the entire fight.
And that's where Fushuan comes in, baby. Let me introduce you to Power Creep in Honkai Starrail. Because, oh my god, you thought, damn, I need to think about what I gotta do for this secondary team? No. Pull out the wallet and your savings and just get Fushuan. You wanna know why? Because if you have Locha on one team, Fushuan counts as a healer, damage mitigator, immortal unit, and also, that I mentioned, she heals for whatever reason. So, she does what you want her to do.
Should probably put that out there. Please spend responsibly. Actually listening to this.
However, you do need her light cone in order for her to heal. But hear me out. Yeah, she can't die.
Okay, but that still means everyone's taking damage.
Everyone's taking damage, but what? You heal for like, how much was that percentage? I know it's like less than 10, right?
It's a fair amount.
Yeah, like, it's less than 10, but it's still, like, damn.
If it's with her light cone, that still requires you to do wave content before that to work.
Let's Google that kit. Like,
yeah, but hear me out, right? Does it really matter, son?
It kind of does, though.
Does it, though?
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing, like, simulated universe, you're not going to be able to heal at that point.
It says 80% of whatever she's missing for her talent.
No, that's for her talent. Her light cone specifically says, yeah, afterwards she heals the party for a specific amount. It's a low amount, but it's still like a small chunk. But yeah, but point is, right? Like, the more units that are coming out, the more you can kind of be ignorant with it, and you can kind of do what you want. Because Locha was practically the like start of it, and then afterwards Silver Wolf, and now we have like a Fushwan, right? And if you're starting to like the way how the game works is like having a hyper carry and a DPS is really cool and all, but holy Christ, will your support characters stay for the next 8 years, and you will use them for said 8 years, because it's really hard to power creep a support character. It's really hard to like power creep it. It's so hard. Unless you're coming from like I don't know, fake Grand Order. Jesus Christ, dude. Supports are the ones that get power crept. It's so funny.
It's really funny because like how many? Let's see. Fake Grand Order has Merlin, Waver,
Scotty, like Tamamo, Castoria. Now we got what is it? Summer Morgan, who is like the bee's knees now. It's so funny how just supports are like the go-to in that game. But like like the same principle applies here in Honkai, where it's like you will get much more value out of that support character because they act as a crutch, right, for Memory of Chaos. Like with the whole like you should roll for like Fushwan propaganda, you know, roll for her now, right, blah 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 blah. There is some merit of truth behind it, because man, you really can just say screw it, I don't really care, because her kit is just bloated, and that's what's going to continue to happen with these characters the more that they come out, and if you combine them with their Lycon, it's going to get even better. Like what? See?
There is another thing with that, is we don't know their plans for reruns, because these characters have come up once so far. It could take a year for some of these to come back.
It could take a year, but we do know that
isn't Seele coming back sometime next year?
Supposedly.
Next month.
Supposedly.
Is it next month?
No. 1.4, there's rumors of double banners going forward.
There are rumors of the double banners going forward, and Seele should be the first one, but from what they were saying, it's like what the light cones should also be separated as well. So there will be double banners, but like you won't get them with their specific light cone. So you can roll for Seele. You just gotta like wait for the light cone to come back at some point.
Yeah. Again, it just depends on how much you're willing to save for a single character, rather than just because it is objectively better to have multiple characters than it is to have a character and their light cone and nothing else.
Unless it's Jing Liu, baby, because we all know how we feel about Jing Liu, bro. Let's go, baby.
No.
Or, easier yet, just swipe your credit card and just...
Alright, well...
As not everyone has these privileges, not everyone is good with money. So let's not consider these as valid options.
Please spend responsibly.
Yes, please spend responsibly.
Yeah, they got the nerve to put the please spend responsibly in their store.
They're legally obligated to.
They are legally obligated, but when the game and the prices look like this, because
they know the people that are gonna spend regardless. They could have put it at 200 and people would have spent.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid, son.
Is it the... Yes, it is. I agree.
Gotta sit here.
It was not worth. I'll be honest.
I mean,
if you're sitting there having buyer's remorse, that's a different problem.
and it's like from the people that have like bought like bought the entire game basically during the like first couple of months, and now they're like, damn, there is nothing for me to do. The game is boring. The game is smashed my mic. Christ alive. The game is boring. The game is this. The game is that. It's like, listen, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta do that with yourself, you know. Like there still is like a lot to do, right? Like even now, still being like how many months into the game, and we're still like trying to build characters and prep for like Memory of Chaos and do X, Y, and Z. Like there still is a lot of shit you can do here. You just gotta like figure out your own personal goal and set to it.
That is kind of a personal complaint, like most people have had, that it's just like the end game is just grind relics, wait for Memory of Chaos, do it all over again in 2 weeks.
Yes.
And for some people,
isn't that like the fun of it though? Like, I like
for some people it isn't. Some people want to.
Yeah,
like,
but the people that don't like that, they of course would not enjoy a game like this.
Yeah.
Because like, if you want to compare it to like Final Fantasy 14, right?
God.
You could see Memory of Chaos as like the Savage rating, right?
Yeah.
So like, personally, part of the appeal for quote unquote endgame is just not only building characters so that they could tackle Memory of Chaos, but if you don't want to do Memory of Chaos, isn't building like these niche builds like part of the fun too? Because I built Violet as a tank, and that was actually really funny to play.
Yeah, I mean, some people build like DPS by it just works. So.
Yeah, because like we're at the point now where some characters, even though they're released as like a specific type, they kind of dip into more of the other roles too. Like look at Blade. He's deceptively tanky. He does a buttload of damage. He specializes in more than just one thing now, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tricky to like kind of like quantify it, I suppose. You do kind of have to like make your own fun with it.
But that's the thing. It's like if you're saying you're not enjoying the game, I think you're enjoying or you're hating in the wrong places. Like you still haven't found a way to have fun with it yet.
Yeah.
Like simulated universe is still the funnest thing, the funnest content in this game.
That is true. I do enjoy seeing how crazy the builds can get in simulated universe.
It's fun, especially when your blade hits for like 500, 600k. Or your Kafka hits for almost 1 million.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen my Luca just hit for like 200k before, and that was pretty satisfying. So like, yeah, I mean, at least for me anyway, like that's the same fun I have with Genshin anyway. It's just like making builds and stuff. So that's never really been my problem. Again, I can have my own fun with it. Granted, I really, really wish it wasn't restricted to energy constraints, but is what it is. That's just the curse of the gacha.
That's just Hoyoverse games in general.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't know. It's
Third Impact, same way.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I've never
Genshin, same freaking way.
But like, I mean, that's another thing. It is much harder to build a character like at a good point here than it is in Genshin, in my opinion. So much harder. Like
it is, especially when you
do not come up unless you're like really lucky.
Nah, you know what doesn't come up is freaking energy regen planar ornaments. Those do not exist.
I mean, if we're talking like that, look at like effect hit rate chests. They don't exist.
The one unhealthy thing about this game, I'd say, is how most endgame builds, quote unquote, use speed boots.
Why do you think that's unhealthy though?
Because then it just how speed works in this game, I really dislike.
Elaborate.
I don't know. I don't know. What if I do want to run like defense boots on Jipperd, but I can't because he's too slow. And it doesn't matter if I have Bronya or Tingyun. It doesn't, like, that stuff doesn't matter.
And then you fall.
But that's the thing, is like I don't want to fall just because I don't have speed boots on a character. Like, because I want to run a different pair of boots on someone else.
I mean,
and then you run into the gross thing that is speed tuning your team, right? And then once you start speed tuning,
I like speed tuning.
If anybody gets frozen or jailed, now your team's thrown off for the rest of the game, or the rest of the battle.
It's only for like one turn, and then you can.
Yeah, it's until the cycle resets.
One turn is a lot.
But it's like a lot can happen in that one turn. Like, I guess when the cycle resets, everybody's back to where it should be. But then, what if they just get frozen or stunned again, or dominated? Like,
I've got to be honest. I've kind of learned to just not care about that stuff anymore. It's too much work to try and get it right.
Like, clearly, what we need to do is run the 164 speed Bronya build, where she goes 3 turns in one cycle, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, on the 160 Kafka build, so she can pop as many dots as possible before the enemy gets to go.
But again, it's like, now, it requires speed boots. Now it requires all the other substats you need to have speed on it. And when you level those relics, it requires it to jump into speed.
I don't know. That's the same as like crit though at that point, because you need it to go into crit. If it doesn't go into crit, you just the cycle continues.
The cycle of hatred.
I see your point though. Like I said, I really just learned to just stop caring about speed tuning. If it lines up well enough, that's good enough for me personally.
I'd rather speed tune than try to get crit rate, son. I'm gonna come out and say it. Speed is easier than getting crit rate, because Lord have mercy. Remember when the leaks for the arena set came out and it was at 80%, and people were like, "Damn, honestly, 80% is really not that bad." Because brother, 70% right now is crushing. It is sometimes damn near defeating, if you would. It like does something to my soul, to the fact that like getting 70% is almost nigh impossible sometimes, bro. It's just so much resources trying to crit fish, and then when you don't get it and you gotta go back and pray some more, it's like, oh, like, never mind the duo farm, right? To try to get the duo crit. Never mind that fishing. Just doing it regularly, right? Just getting one single piece that has like crit rate on it, and you're like, oh sweet, this is all that I need, right? And you roll and it goes into defense, HP, effect hit rate. And it's like, why do I live? Like, what is the point, son? And then when you do get the duo stats, right? And you're like, damn, this is crit rate, crit damage with attack. Oh my god, this is like the One Piece. It's real, right? Oh my god, I can be happy. And it rolls into effect, resist, and attack. And you're just stuck there. Like, what the fuck just happened, son? Like, why does this happen? It's so bewildering to simply sit there and see that you have crit rate, crit damage, and it just dodges it, or it only goes into crit damage, and it's like, and now you're stuck with a 2.9% crit rate piece and an 18, almost 20% crit damage piece, and you're like, okay, you know, like, sure, whatever. And now you gotta go and try to find the remaining crit rate from somewhere. God forbid we start talking about the whole 2-piece sets, the planar sets. Trying to get your elemental combination on top of good crit stats is like, it's just so hard. It's just nigh impossible. It's just annoying. It's so annoying.
Yeah, but that's the name of the game, though, right? Is relic farming?
Pretty much.
It is. And it's like,
It takes a lot of work to
Because
get-
like
to get
it's
everything
so
right.
like disheartening when it's like, oh, I got a crit rate chest, hell yeah, and then you see the substats and it's defense, HP percent, break effect. It's like, oh.
It's like,
But then
what's the
I swear to God, the
point?
second you get that god piece, where it's crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, speed.
Yeah, and then it
And
rolls
it's
into
like,
speed like 7
oh,
times. You have 9
oh.
speed, and like 2
Dog.
2 crit rate and 5 crit damage. And you just sit there and you're like, okay, well, why did I do this?
When you eventually get that god piece, it's like, okay, it was worth it.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like, it is pretty much an endurance test. Like, how long are you willing to work towards this character? And will you even be satisfied once you've built the character fully?
I can tell you, the answer, no.
No.
So when I was doing the Blade Memory Chaos, I had on HP boots, right? He hit for a motherfucking truck. Like he did so much damage, it was crazy.
Right.
But he was so slow. And I think even Top Deck even commented on it. He was like, "Why is your blade so slow?" And I was looking at it, I was like, "Oh wow, he's only got like 102 speed or something like that." It was super slow.
Oh, no.
I spent weeks trying to get speed boots. Let me tell you, when I swapped off the speed to the speed boots, he did a little bit less damage. But again, because of the way speed works in this fucking game, he was doing overall more damage.
Yeah, he gets to go twice, so
3 times with Bronya, thank God.
that's true.
But it's like, oh my god, I thought I was done with Blade. I genuinely thought I was done. And turns out, nope, I wasn't.
Nope.
I'm still trying to farm for better speed shoes on it.
Yeah, no.
But, oh my god, there's no end. There is genuinely no end. And especially now, if you speed tune too, it's like, now you gotta redo your speed tuning.
Yeah, honestly, I just think it's too much work.
Yeah, that's why I don't speed tune.
Yeah, I don't either. It's
Because
like,
again, it's like, if one person gets stunned, throws everything off, that cycle's done.
the thing is, it's not like you're competing or anything. It's a single player game. You don't.
Well, I mean, we were
It works
competing
perfectly.
when we were trying to see like how fast we could kill. What was it, Mach 5? Remember?
Okay, but that was a for fun thing. You're not in a
Was it?
competition.
Was it? I
Yes.
felt like it was a competition.
Listen, I'm
It's not a
not
fair
gonna hold
competition
you.
in that case.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little in despair, knowing that I was the slowest.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell. And to be fair, my blade does have like very good like relics. So
Must be nice.
Looking
and
back now,
that took forever to get right though.
looking back now, I think if I had those speed boosts instead of the HP percent, I feel like I could have cleared it on cycle 1 and still been at 40.
You absolutely should have been able to one cycle it. I don't know how you.
Because he was slow.
Yeah, that's the issue, frankly.
Honestly, yeah. Like, I can't even be mad.
Nothing else to say, really.
I can't even be mad because like it's just how speed works in this game. But again, like HP percent, he did damage. He hit so freaking hard. I remember being in a call with with him too. Like the second after, he was like, "Why your blade so slow? Holy crap! Why he do so much damage?" That was the funniest freaking thing.
It was like watching a grandpa do something, and then grandpa said, it's just my turn." Like, he just hit him for so much damage. It's like, oh, okay.
Literally, definition of, did he just walk up slowly and down smash?
But yeah, because I have a few characters that don't use speed boots. If I'm being honest.
Oh, word? Tripping.
Yeah, like my Sushang uses attack boots.
Oh, dear God. The Sushi attack boots.
My Seela
Yeah.
uses attack boots.
Stop
I
talking.
mean, okay, but it's Sela though. That's not fair.
And then
Who do you stop talking to me? What?
It's like my Sheila.
It's Sela though. She
Oh my god.
she literally has like speed boosts built in to her kit. Like, why would you have speed on her?
So she can go more per cycle. I don't know.
She already like resets her turn when she kills something.
Okay, and what if she doesn't kill something? Now she has another turn to kill something.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's why you also run attack boots on Little Miss Chicken Girl. It makes sense as well because she also has the speed thing built into her kit.
Exactly. So like,
Like my Kafka? Sorry.
There's definitely some alternatives. I know for Kafka. The thing is with Kafka's kind of like, she's a whole different problem.
Kafka has speed boots. My Luca's attack boots?
Okay.
Hold on, I need to change that.
I don't know why your Luca's on attack boots. Because
But see, that's the problem with every character needing speed boots. Because like you do something
No.
unconventional, and it's like, oh, why isn't it
mean-
speed boots?
but it's because like you're using it with Kafka, right? You're not using it on.
Yeah, I'm using it with Kafka.
Okay. So by default, he has to go first, so Kafka can detonate that. That is how that works.
Yurito. Yurito.
I say this as someone that doesn't have enough speed on Luca. I'm still trying to
Yeah, I don't have speed boots. That's why.
Yeah.
Everything else is leveled, but
Every dot character must go first, and then Kafka has to go last. Speaking of dot characters, how are we feeling about the future of dots, considering we know that like Black Swan is going to be the better Luca per se, and then there's going to be the other lightning character that's coming out. She hits like 5 times and does some other crazy stuff with her ult and jazz. It seems like dots are going to be quite fun. They're going to be real
I just
fun.
want to be able to use Himeko again.
You will not be able to use Himiko. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, the way that dots are looking, we are gonna have to drop Luca for Black Swan, because Black Swan, her skill does the like, what, at level 1 it was like 27% like defense down for the entire party, and it scales with, and that's the one that scales upward. So it's like, damn,
Okay.
there goes Luca, right?
Better question. Why not both?
Why not both? Well, I mean, yeah, you can run Luca and Black Swan and Kafka for the time being, but when that other Lightning and the Hildy character comes out, the like Ghost Girl, yeah, Luca is gonna have to go.
Yeah, that's not for a while.
Yeah, it's definitely not for a while. Like Luca is gonna have his place on the dot team, but like, ooh, it's looking rough.
I mean, I personally have a lot of fun with him. I have more fun with him than with Kafka, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because his playstyle is like is fun with the whole like basic attack and him getting his charges and all that, and him doing the whole Superman punch. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's something new, right?
Yeah.
And that's what like Dragon Dan and what he brings to the table. Something new. You can like choose to manipulate your skill points and all that jazz. It's fun. But so far,
That
go on.
does raise another point. I feel like at one point, because you're gonna reach a point where there's only so much you can do in a turn-based game with characters. For being realistic.
Yes.
It's gonna come to a point where characters just side grades from another character.
Which
Okay,
is
easy fix. Hear me out. 5th party member.
no.
They're not doing it.
That's how you break the game. And to be fair, we already see the like side grade. Look at like Blade and Sam.
It's not even out yet.
Okay, yeah, Sam isn't out yet, but we know like the information about his kid. You know, we have the core idea of what he can do, and he's like the same as Blade, except his ult is just an install.
Yeah. So there's only so much you can really get away with at one. We'll see. We're not the game developers, so.
No, we're not.
Lord
You know what would be
knows.
nice though is them making auto battle just a little bit better.
Stop it.
See, the thing is, they said they were fixing that this patch. They didn't.
They
just
didn't.
They
Because-
just didn't.
I saw an auto battle. I was watching a Twitch streamer. I don't remember which one. And he was auto battling with Dragon Dawn. Auto battle never gave him the level 3 attack.
Yeah,
Like never.
yeah. Don't even get me started on watching genuine autoplay or Chintra autoplay.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
genuine autoplay is like
That hurts
even
my
Blade
soul.
autoplay is atrocious sometimes because it's like he's full HP, but then he doesn't enter Hellscape, and it's like why? Why would you not enter Hellscape? You are full HP.
It's weird because they like pick and choose when to use the skill, even though you like
Yeah,
have the skill point.
And it's like I'll be
so
on
bizarre.
death's door, and then he'll enter Hellscape, and then he's at like 2 HP, and it's like,
That's
oh my
starving.
god, why?
Yeah, I don't really get how they handle that. To be honest, it's interesting for sure. I don't think they're gonna. I wonder if they're ever gonna keep optimizing. They're just not gonna bother at this point. I mean, I still would rather that autoplay is just objectively anyway, so you actually have a reason to keep playing and not just turning it on and just like minding your own business. Because at that point, you're not playing a game. You're just watching something.
Watching something is playing though.
Sometimes, sometimes, big
I couldn't
bro.
even say that with a straight face.
Sometimes the auto battle do be coming in clutch, dog.
Yeah, like when you're farming the stupid like Lycone XP or character XP or God forbid the fucking credit one because everyone needs credits.
Yeah, well, that one's like stupidly easy, so that's fine. But like, if you're waltzing into like memory or chaos, it's like, why are you even playing? Like, why are you even on this game?
I mean,
Obviously,
I did the blade.
play how you want, but like,
I did the blade bach and the Kafka bach auto battle.
I mean, yeah, but like, are you? It's not even me trying to gatekeep, because again, play how you. But I just feel like you're not really doing anything at that point. You're just like,
No, what I'm doing is I'm building my characters and I'm seeing how the computer takes them.
Homie is gatekeeping girl boss and OD right now.
I guess. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, that's for sure.
That's fair. Like, especially in Memory of Chaos, I can agree with it. Listen, maybe let's not auto battle this one, right? Unless your team is just, you know, that team .tm, sure, whatever, right? You can have fun. Power to you. Who the hell am I to tell you no?
Yeah.
Man, Honkai has been a game.
Yeah, it's definitely been an experience.
Overall, it's been enjoyable. I love how linear the story is, honestly.
Linear enjoyer.
I mean, the whole reason I hated Genshin in the first place was because, oh hey, go explore this area. But before you explore this area, you need to go here and explore this area. But before you have access to this area, you need to talk to me. But before you can talk to me, you need to actually go over here. Like it was too much. Especially after playing Breath of the Wild. Like we did not need another open world exploration.
I can understand that. If I'm being honest, I hate the open world part of Genshin. I just like the combat.
Really?
Yeah, and like
Really?
the elements
Yes.
of combat is fun.
I do not enjoy the open world part of Genshin at all. I just think it's such a chore half the time.
Who's gonna tell me
The
about
elements of
whether
combat
it
is
is?
fun in Genshin. Like being able to mix like elements while you're fighting is cool. I kind of wish that was here in Honkai, but I can see why it wouldn't really work. But overall, it's been enjoyable. And can we talk about the music? The soundtrack in this game fucking slaps.
That is true.
The music is so freaking good. Wildfire? That boss fight? Oh
Oh
my
my
god.
god.
Oh my goodness.
Not the wild fight enjoyers.
Okay, if it's not Wildfire, Spacewalk is the chillest OST. It is one of the chillest soundtracks.
I will permanently have Spacewalk on. I do not care. I'm just trying to vibe, and they understand that. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
like,
do nothing.
I mean,
Take the Journey, completely underrated. It is a damn good song.
I think I have freestyle on mine. Yeah, I think I have freestyle on mine.
The Memory of Chaos music too, while you're forging your team, is great.
Yeah. And you just reminded me, like, the Memory of Chaos equivalent in Genshin is literally just ambient music, and I hate it so much. It is just ambient music, and it just bothers me every time.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I get used to it by turning the music on and just listening
See,
to my own stuff.
But in Starrail, you're never gonna have that issue.
I have turned my music off for Starrail as well.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, I turned my music off for Starrail.
And
Okay.
There's only
the strongest
so many
urge to ban
times.
Iggy right now.
There's only so many times I'm gonna listen to the underground music. Like, I just don't like some of the songs get repetitive.
Oh yeah, the Boulder Town song is really good too.
I can't wait for you to come over here, and you're gonna sit here and tell me next. What's next? You're gonna tell me the good old Janjo music was bad?
No, some of it's pretty good. I prefer
Some of it was pretty good.
the night combat music over the morning one.
Alright.
So I had to pick.
Who's gonna
Let's talk
ban
about
him?
the
Stop.
Stop it, Ron.
Wait, what do you want to talk about?
The character trailers.
I skipped all 3 of Dragon Dance. I was like, damn, they are promoting him. Jesus Christ, they are doing everything in their power for him.
I will say
You should have at least seen the animated one.
the animated one is
so good.
really good.
All right,
But Dragon Dance,
All right.
Dragon Dance trailer is kind of mid.
The gameplay one.
No, his actual character trailer.
Yeah, the one where it's showing gameplay of him.
They all show gameplay of him.
No,
Yes.
no, the animated one does not show gameplay of him.
We're not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the character trailer.
He only has one. What are you talking about?
Everybody only has one.
Okay,
What is my blood on?
the one for Dragon Dan Hung wasn't that good. What was your? Where are you
That's
going
what I'm
with
saying. It's mid.
it? Yeah, we're in agreement here. We are in agreement. I don't know what you're talking about. I said the animated one. The gameplay one sucked, and you were like, "No, that's not the gameplay one." I was like, there's 3 of them. It's like, what?
No, okay. The character trailers are mostly good. Dragodon's not so much. Kafka's?
Yeah, they really did
Kafka's
just
was
keep with
amazing.
Kafka's, and then they just fucking.
Blaze was great. Blaze was fucking amazing too.
I'm gonna come out and say it. I don't like Blade's music in his.
I love the music.
I'm gonna
in
come
his.
out and say it. Remember the 1.2 whatever it is trailer that came out, the 1.3 trailer, where it was like Kafka first and then Blade had his transition. That beat drop. Oh my god, that was godlike, and we will never get it again.
You're only gonna hear it for 10 seconds when they release all the trailer.
Even Nuocha's was really interesting, and the guitar riff in his trailer, so freaking.
Not the Loach.
Yeah,
Sympathize.
I mean they're usually really good with the character trailers. At least the music's always on point.
Japar's trailer was really good too.
Stop. Stop. Just stop.
Did you see Himiko's? Himiko's was amazing. You're just mad you keep getting spooked by Himeko and Japard. You stop.
I will do something about this. I don't know who I gotta find and talk to, but I will find somebody. How do you put 3 out of 4 here? I'm a little lost. The character trailers are really good. Kafka's unfortunately came out like, man.
They took a while with that one, but I don't blame them.
They took when did they release it? 6 hours before the banner dropped.
Yeah, but you know what? It was worth it.
It was
so for that music, for that animation.
So good. Out of nowhere.
It was worth it.
How you do that? Okay. That's how you do that. I hate this game so much.
What are you doing?
The event that came out, I didn't bother to do it yet, and I'm now doing
the spaceship one.
Yeah, the one where you're playing The Sims.
The Arm Alley.
I liked it. I thought it was.
I liked it a lot. In my opinion, it's my most favorite event.
All right.
Especially on
the time gated. Honestly.
Yeah, I forgot this was supposed to be time gated.
Yeah, we lived in a time where this was gonna be you had to wait 3 days to watch this guy bark.
3 days. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this event now that I think about it.
The Ace Attorney bits are golden.
You know, there is supposedly some Ace Attorney bits here, and I still haven't found it.
You'll get to them. Eventually, you have to talk to people and find loopholes in their logic.
Yeah, you'll get.
So it's definitely there. Only missing was the Trailblazer going objection, but whatever.
They legally can't do that.
Yeah, but at this point, they're not hiding the fact that Kafka is Makaba.
You're not wrong.
They have stopped hiding it,
Blatant,
especially in that.
I don't think they ever were hiding it. Is the thing.
When she's in her suspenders, nope, that.
Conjecture. I do not believe that for the life of me, son. That is not true.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Biggest copium I've ever heard in my life.
You wanna know the biggest copium? And people that whenever they see a new character come out, they're like, damn, this character's gonna be dog water. Whenever they see them doing stuff in memory cast, the damage is so low. All the Doom posting is kind of insane. I'm gonna say that, son. When people were like, man, Blade sucks. Blade is a horrible character, blah 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 blah. And honestly, damn, I never could have had that opinion. But here we are, son. And Blade is top 3 in the game.
They did nerf him 3 times.
5.
3 separate occasions.
3 or 5 times.
On 5 separate occasions, they had to nerf him. Same with Kafka.
And he's still incredibly broken.
I don't know, man. I get the whole Doom posting. Damn, it's truly over. But nah. They've been releasing good characters, right? A lot of the characters that have came out have all been solid. They've all been solid characters. I'm just waiting for them to release the one character that's gonna be not that good, and I wonder who is it gonna be. And I'm gonna come out and say it. It's gonna be the French boy. Sword boy, red hair boy, physical boy.
That does not narrow it down one bit.
I'm surprised you haven't said Himeko sucks, Japard sucks.
Listen,
he's saving it up.
Saving it, but no. He's gonna be the boss in 1.4.
Oh, Argenti.
Argenti's gonna suck. Trash ass character. I'm gonna come out and say it right now. Argenti is gonna be boring. He does nothing. He does nothing.
We don't even know his kid.
He does like physical AoE stuff. He does like some like Rose thing. It's trash. It's trash. It's trash. You know what? Speaking of trash, Topaz, right?
Okay.
Not what I thought she was gonna be. When we first read about her kid, and they were like, honestly, she has a little pet that says pew pew. I did not expect her to just take the like trotter, give it a cute ribbon, and said Numby. Like this is
We love Numby. How dare
this
you?
is not what I thought it was gonna be like. That.
We love Numby. How dare you?
Nah, the Numby sympathizers, son.
This is a Numby household. I don't want to hear it.
Listen, I got my like 5 seconds of Jing Liu on the screen, and that's all I needed, son. Sir, yes, sir. Who are we gonna do? What are we gonna kill? Anything for you, man.
It's so funny because you were the same way with Blade when he first got introduced.
Right?
You had the biggest hard on for him, and the entire time, the only thing you spouted out was, "Oh, Blade this, Blade that, Blade, my boy Blade."
My boy Blade, man. My boy Blade.
And then, what did you do when Kafka came out? Oh my god, Kafka, she's so bad, bro. Kafka, oh my, I can't wait for Kafka.
And look at what happened, son. Good characters came out.
Yeah, what happened was you got spooked by Hibeko.
There was no need for that.
I'm still working on that. Listen, I have one more 50-50 that I lose before I just delete everything, son. I can't like consciously continue to do this. It's so defeating. It's so heartbreaking, man. So frustrating too.
Have you lost every single 50-50?
Every single one. Every single one. And I tried to comfort and Iggy and be like, hey buddy, you know, I know it's the same thing as like playing Genshin. How many have you lost? He said, oh yeah, like 2. He said, oh okay.
I did not say like 2. I never said like 2.
Alright. Point is, he said a low number, but mine was higher. Therefore, I am in the right. This shit is agonizing, son.
So there's actually a tool that you can use that lets you look up like how much you've spent collectively on banners, like your overall like win-lose percentage, how lucky and unlucky you are. It's actually really cool. And I recommend you guys go like check
I'm
it
at
out.
the Ace Attorney part of the game. What are we doing right now? I'm like the debate start. What is this? Oh
Okay,
yeah, Herbert was right. What is this?
Share your screen. I got you. I'll help you out.
I'm gonna hit him with
This
the
is no longer
present
become about the
evidence.
video.
My name's Awfong. I was told to move.
This is
I think this has a lot to do with you. Records.
this is Ace Attorney. Holy Christ! Debate successful. Would you look at that? Pressing buttons. We love pressing buttons. All right.
IPC was worried that the lease for the dock would be paid off, so they had me.
Actually,
I enjoyed it.
you enjoyed it. I mean, it looks fun. They definitely put effort into it. I'll tell you that much.
If you ever done Dome Restoration in 14, it is exactly like Dome Restoration. Minus the weekly outs.
Pretty sure I skipped Doma Restoration. Let's go.
People do Dolmen Restoration?
Why would you work against that?
Yes.
Why?
Heads in the sand if you like, but it's only a matter of time before our O'Malley
It's a good question.
It was fun.
It was fun
And I wanted
for like
the bamboo tree.
It seems the payment right
Man, honestly, rest in peace to 14. It was a video game of all time.
You really can't say that.
Yeah, and then Dawn Trail came out, and everyone was like, "Hey, we saved the world. Now we're gonna get rich."
And now we're going on the journey to find Goldie Rogers' treasure. And now we have
Yes.
2 new classes that are coming out. One is a pirate class, by the way, Dogwater, and the other one is a mage that we're not going to talk about yet.
I don't know. We kept completely derailed off. So.
Yeah.
But my friends and I have theorized about the 2 new classes. Obviously, Corsair is the melee range hybrid.
Take a look at this.
being that I was at FanFest, when Yoshi P walked out with this TMNT shirt, that was a clue, right? So my friends and I were sitting at the table, just thinking about it, and we believe that Geomancer is the next.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna continue the conversation back to Honkai because he said Geomancer, and honestly, Shaq's sleep.
Well, hold on. Hear me out.
I have never went to bed so fast than this man saying Geomancer.
No, because hear me out. Geomancy, right? TMNT. If you say it really racist, sounds like Geomancy.
Okay.
What?
This is no longer about. You're cutting this out.
What? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Say it out loud.
I'm not saying.
TMNT, right? Geomancy.
You are cutting this out. I'm sorry to tell you.
Bro. Man really is saying that is the connections. Alright, bro. Anyways. Back to the actual conversation about Starrail. Starrail has actually been pretty good as of late. It's pretty solid. Did you guys hear how Starrail surpassed Genshin in terms of everything? Let's go! Congratulations, Honkai community. We did it. We beat our predecessor.
Did it
Starrail
actually?
is objectively better.
Yeah. They did the whole monthly gacha sales and numbers chart and all that, and Honkai surpassed it.
Okay, to be fair, everyone's saving up for the upcoming characters in Genshin right now.
Probably.
That sounds like a whole lot of coping.
That's just the truth of the matter, but sure. I say this as someone that isn't really playing the Genshin. I haven't even checked out like Fontaine or whatever.
How do you guys feel about them increasing the cap from 180 to 240, but not increasing the rate at which it regenerates?
I can finally sleep and not play the video game. Thank God. And I can wake up knowing that my energy is like actually being used for something stored in the sacred vault.
I do like the storage system. I understand why it's at a slower rate than the regen, but I don't know. I feel like it would have been fine if they just increased the rate at which it recharges instead of just increasing the cap to 240.
I prefer the cap at 240 if I'm being honest.
Cap at 240 is actually godlike. However, damn, the fact that I have to spend how much to refresh all the way up to 240, and I did it once for relics, thinking, wow, this new system's gonna make me roll more. Horrible.
No.
Never doing it again. I hate this new system.
It costs like 300 jades.
Yes.
Yeah. I think is it like 1,000 to refresh like 10 times?
Yes, but why would you do that unless you're made of money? Yeah, you apply to that last category.
So do you.
I've never fully refreshed. I refuse to do
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, there's way too much jades for no reason.
Unnecessary amount of jades.
This arbitration is hereby resolved.
But so far, yeah, man, Honkai's been going pretty good. The direction it's going in seems to be quite solid. We just gotta wait for more updates and characters to come out and story beats to come out. The whole thing about them releasing like a world per year or 2 worlds per year, that seems to be what they're doing so far. It's a thing, but we just gotta wait and see. Characters are pretty good. Story so far is finally starting to pick up, and the community is here for it. So let's just see where it goes, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I mean,
The direction it's going in, yeah, I would have to agree. I want more.
Definitely want more from these people. But now we just gotta wait and chill for a bit. Do we have anything else we want to like talk about or anything?
Nothing immediate I can think
No,
of.
it's-
Nothing immediately, right? Yeah, same here. I can't really. Oh, what is this? I'm not doing this right now. Ooh. But yeah, nothing in the immediate sense. But I guess that was it for this video. Just chilling, talking for the most part. Will there be edits and cutting stuff out? Probably not. It depends on how I feel.
Oh dear God!
That's fine. It's the worst that can happen. But yeah, like
And then people are just gonna tab out off the rails we went like.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.
exactly what he said. Have a good night. Goodbye.